Is what we're tracking tonight. It has been almost a month since convicted drug trafficker Shahid Roger Khan has returned to Guyana. But despite his arrest and arrival, no charges have been filed against him locally. Khan spent 10 years in a U.S. prison on a drug trafficking conviction. He had agreed to a plea deal. He was held in custody for 2 days of questioning at the headquarters of the Criminal Investigations Department following his deportation. However, investigators may be finding it difficult to locate the number of witnesses in cases that they are investigating linked to the drug trafficking convict. Roger Khan is suspected of being the head of the now dismantled Phantom Death Squad that is believed to have been responsible for the murders of several persons. Earlier this week, President David Granger said the matters remain on the probe, as attempts are being made to convince witnesses to provide statements.
Putting a charge before Mr. Khan, or holding him on a charge, and secondly, a commission of inquiry. A previous commissioner of police, and earlier, sometime not too long ago, in relation to another massacre, had mentioned that all of the witnesses were killed. I found that very difficult to believe, that there had been a methodical elimination of all witnesses to some of those 12 massacres that occurred during the Troubles.
Today, the President's party, the People's National Congress Reform, said persons need to come forward with information that they might have. At the PNC's weekly press conference, the executive member, retired Army Chief of Staff Gary Best, said there may be a number of obstacles that are in the way of investigating Roger Khan and ensuring a successful prosecution.
In the absence of evidence and the absence of people coming forward, it's a moral issue of persons who may have information and feel afraid to come forward. So I think there's a role for the state and a role for the government in that regard. Secondly, it is a civic duty on most people to really give evidence if a case is before the court. But in these circumstances, I think the party's position is that they will encourage persons to come forward, and I'm sure they will going to let administration provide as much protection that is needed for persons who wish to come forward and give that evidence.
Mr. Best said there appears to still be fear among persons to come forward with credible information against Khan.
So it is a concern of the PNCR that from the point of view of the government and the state apparatus, that many persons seem to be escaping the law. But it's a collective effort between those who are in enforcement, the prosecutors, the enforcers, and the citizens as a whole to ensure that we are able to bring all those perpetrators to justice.
Questioned about information that might have been obtained by the GDF while he served as the head of the army, Mr. Best said while the GDF received bits and pieces of unverified information, it passed it on to the police.
If you recognize a party in opposition would have had primarily anecdotal evidence. The party in opposition didn't have the government apparatus to do investigations, so its information in large part would have been anecdotal. It would have received information from some witnesses who may have who came forward and stated things that occurred that they would have witnessed. But in a state, we expect the apparatus to remain intact. So what the party expected when it came into government, that it would therefore find whatever evidence was gathered by the state and the state institutions to deal with the issue of crimes that were perpetrated by Mr. Roger Khan.
He said the police force had a long period from the provision of information to follow up on it in cases against Roger Khan. More news coming up in a moment.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. Persons have until the 4th of November 2019 to make a claim to be on the list if you will be 18 years or older by the 31st of December 2019, a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or registration, a citizen of a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for a period of no less than 1 year preceding the 31st of December 2019, persons who require changes or corrections to their particulars as stated on the preliminary list of electors, such as names, occupations, and transfers in relation to their addresses, can also do same during the claims and objections period. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
All across our nation, Guyana, we see it in your lives. The future growing even stronger. GBTI, all eyes on Guyana skies as the voices of our people rise. Singing GBTI, Guyana's pride is in your eyes. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
After relinquishing old ties and establishing ourselves as a republic 50 years later, we're a proud people with a bright future. On Saturday, October 26th, come celebrate our 50th Republic Jubilee in Linden Town with the street parade starting at the Five Corners to the Linden Georgetown Bus Park. See the unveiling of the 50th Republic Jubilee logo. Hear the jingle and the theme. Enjoy the block party and the after concert featuring all reigning monarchs. The 50th Republic Jubilee launching Saturday, October 26, 2019. Come, let's celebrate.
Welcome back. And turning now to the political front, after months of teases on social media, Guyana's newest political party, the Citizenship Initiative, was launched last evening at the Herdmanston Lodge before a packed room of invitees. The new political party intends to change the way issues related to politics are addressed in this country. The founding members of the party include Government Cultural Advisor Ruel Johnson, web developer Shaz Ali, private school managing director Alfonso De Armas, teacher Rhonda Ann Lam, and director of a medical supplies company Yannick David. In opening remarks at the launch, Mr. Ali said Guyana has been looking to find its way since it gained independence in 1966, but has instead found itself marred by ethnic divisions, limited opportunities, and questionable leadership since independence.
Granted, no leader is perfect, and no one government is expected to solve all of the problems their countries faced. But at the very least, leaders are expected to tackle the problems they inherited and make them better, rather than dragging them out and sometimes even making them worse.
According to Ali, who once supported the PPP but later gave that support to the APNU-AFC, the new party Citizenship Initiative is focused on chartering a new and better course for all Guyanese.
I'm here to ask you to listen to our message with open minds and hearts. You will hear about our conception of similar minds from different walks of life with various backgrounds. United to take this initiative, we are ready to step up and lead our country towards a national prosperity.
And founding member of the Citizenship Initiative, Ruel Johnson, said for far too long, Guyana has found itself stuck in division and adversary politics, and that must change.
The people who founded the independence movement in Guyana did so in their 20s and 30s. People my age, and I'll address my friends in the existing political parties who are my age and older, who are still being treated as if they're babies. And the usual thing is, you don't have ideas, you don't have plans. And that may be true for people within existing parties because they're not allowed to have ideas and to have plans. Now, we are ready to meet that challenge.
Johnson was clear to point out that although Citizenship Initiative is a newcomer in the local political space, it will not join forces with any of the two larger political parties. He said one cannot say they have goals to change the way things are done, then go join forces with those who have been doing things the same way. The new party, the official said, is currently financed through the support of its own founding members. The party's symbol is a scale that is balancing to water lilies. While the Guyana National Broadcasting Authority, together with international assistance, intends to establish a mechanism to monitor broadcasters when the election season heats up. Regional and general elections are set for the 2nd of March next year. The Guyana National Broadcasting Authority has indicated that it will be engaging foreign help to increase the authority's monitoring capabilities in an effort to ensure broadcasters submit to the Broadcasting Act during the elections period. Chairman of the Broadcasting Authority, Leslie Sobers, told reporters yesterday that there is a need for additional monitoring of Guyana's airwaves.
In a few short months, we will be entering into a phase of Guyanese reality that may see even more things of this nature happening. And on that score, the GNBA is seeking external assistance to monitor our airwaves. We will be given certain keywords to our contracting party so that they can be programmed into a computer, and the computer would just give us a report on a daily basis if such words are used in any of the broadcasts.
And the GNBA will also seek to partner with the Ethnic Relations Commission and the Media Monitoring Unit of the Guyana Elections Commission when that unit is established.
We are entering into negotiations with the Ethnic Relations Commission and the GCOM when it starts its Media Monitoring Unit for conjoined effort in monitoring the airwaves during this period.
According to Section 28(4) of the Broadcasting Act, where after the conclusion of an inquiry the authority is satisfied that there have been a breach of any provision of the Act, it may make such orders, including an order of the cancellation of the license, as the authority thinks may be necessary. Well, one day after the opposition People's Progressive Party, Civic, confirmed that it has tapped retired Chief of Staff of the Guyana Defense Force, Mark Phillips, to join its ranks for the next elections, another retired Chief of Staff is seeing a no-contest matchup between the Phillips-supported PPP and the incumbent President Brigadier David Granger-led administration. Retired Chief of Staff of the GDF, Rear Admiral Gary Best, is an executive member of the People's National Congress, which is the largest party in the coalition government. Back in 2013, it was Rear Admiral Best who handed over the command of the Guyana Defense Force to Brigadier Mark Phillips. Mr. Phillips retired in 2016. At the PNC's weekly press conference today, Mr. Best was questioned about his thoughts of Mr. Phillips now joining the ranks of the opposition.
Because the credentials of the David Granger-led coalition government, honest leadership, integrity, development, more jobs, entrepreneurship, international recognition, national recognition, all those, when you take off the scorecard, I don't see it being a serious competition between President David Arthur Granger, who was a brigadier retired, and the gentleman you mentioned, who was a colleague of mine, Brigadier General Mark Phillips.
While the opposition party has not named Brigadier Phillips as its prime ministerial candidate, it is widely suspected by political watchers that he is likely to get the nod. Just last week, he appeared in a PPP promotional TV program along with the party's presidential candidate Irfan Ali. Opposition leader Barra Jagdew has said that retired Brigadier Mark Phillips is a man of integrity, and that was one of the attributes that impressed the PPP.
That is up to thing, but it's a fact that he brought it towards me. I was able to demand that.
So are you saying that his qualities you throw by the wayside and not take them to the party?
No, I wouldn't say that. That's up to Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips is a gentleman, and he will decide what he wants to do with all his qualities. What I would say, in certain terms, when he worked with me, yes, he had to display those qualities. I demanded of it. I got those qualities out of him, and in the Guyana Defense Force, he did a good job. What he does now is up to him.
Rear Admiral Gary Best agreed that the retired Chief of Staff Mark Phillips is a man of integrity, but said what he does with his life now that he is retired from the military is a matter for him. During the last elections, the PPP had lashed out at Mr. Granger and a number of other retired senior GDF officers because of their decision to enter politics, even accusing the coalition at the time of wanting the country to be developed into a military state. On the police blotter, though there has been a recent spike in criminal activity in some parts of the country, the Guyana Police Force is still making inroads in its efforts to arrest that problem. In a statement today, the Guyana Police Force revealed that about 11:30 last evening, ranks of a mobile patrol intercepted a motor car in Princess Street in Wortmanville. In the car, which had 4 occupants, including a woman, the police unearthed an unlicensed .38 pistol with 6 live matching rounds. The suspects have all been taken into custody, and charges are likely to be laid soon. Across the region is coming up next.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. During this exercise, objections to the inclusion of the name of anyone who is suspected not to have met the eligibility requirements for inclusion in the PLE could be made only by an elector who is listed in the same divisional list in which the person being objected to is listed, or accredited scrutineers of political parties, providing any such scrutineer has monitoring responsibilities for the division in which the person being objected to is listed. Objections can be tendered to the registration officer of the registration area from the 1st of October 2019 to the 11th of November 2019. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer at the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
Across the region right now, Haiti's embattled President Jovenel Moïse was forced yesterday to hold a private ceremony amid heavy security for what is usually a public celebration of one of the country's founding fathers. Jovenel Moïse and other officials appeared at the National Museum in downtown Port-au-Prince as hundreds of armed police officers closed down the surrounding areas while protesters who demanded his resignation began to gather nearby. Anger over corruption, inflation, and scarcity of basic goods, including fuel, has led to large demonstrations across Haiti, which started 5 weeks ago. Thousands of protesters have been gathering in the capital of Port-au-Prince. Well, Venezuela has won a seat on the United Nations Human Rights Council, despite widespread criticism of its poor human rights record. A UN General Assembly meeting in Geneva saw the Latin American country elected to one of the 14 new seats on the 47-member body. Nicolas Maduro's government hailed it as an important achievement. His administration is accused of jailing, torturing, and arresting opposition figures. More than 50 countries no longer recognize Mr. Maduro as the country's legitimate leader. The US and most governments in Latin America, as well as EU states like France, Germany, Spain, and the UK, back the opposition leader Juan Guaido as the interim president. But China, Cuba, and Russia continue to support Mr. Maduro, while others, including Mexico, have called for dialogue between both sides. And finally tonight, international news. Mexico's president has defended freeing drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's son soon after his arrest. When Ovidio Guzman Lopez was seized at a house on a judge's warrant in the city of Culiacan, cartel gunmen fought street battles with security forces. At least 8 people were reportedly killed and 21 wounded, with vehicles left burning in the streets. The president said the decision to cancel the arrest has saved lives. Senior security officials had decided on his release, the president said at a news conference. The officials, he said, who took that decision did well. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight and this week. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.